So now I'm being joined by Shawn from Solace. Shawn, thank you very much for joining me and having a chat with me. I'm interested to understand why businesses should really be taking an event-driven approach and what you can kind of tell me about that.
Yeah, so the reason that businesses want to become event-driven is really to be able, for a few reasons. One is to become more real-time.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to interact with your customers and your partners and respond to things in real time, and EDA allows you to do that.
Yeah.
The second thing is, from a technical point of view, event-driven architectures are just far more robust than technically using APIs and synchronous interactions,
Yes.
because it allows you to recover from failures and deal with bursts and just bursts of activity, and overall just make your systems much more reliable. And especially as then the third thing is as enterprises move to the cloud and applications become more distributed, you need to have a more asynchronous way of having them all interact. Kind of hardwire them, all of them together, just doesn't work anymore.
No, 100% agree. You've got to be flexible with the stack that you're using and make sure it can evolve as it goes forward. So I'm curious then how organizations should really approach that implementation element. What should they be mindful of when they're starting on that journey?
Yeah, so that's a great question, because enterprises today have IT systems, right? They run their businesses on them, and they're not event-driven. So what we advocate is kind of a bit of a three-step process, where you first take the systems that run your business today and you event-enable them. So what that means is, as you have new customers created, or you have purchase orders and order flow, inventory changes in your ERPs, for example, then you emit those changes as events into your new architecture, and then you can build new applications, microservices, and do integrations based on those events as they occur. And so what it means is that as things happen in your business and they get captured in your existing systems of record, other applications have access to them in real time. And because event-driven systems are based on a publish and subscribe technology, where you publish information once and you can have many consumers, then because you're publishing the information that runs your business, as you add more applications, they have real-time access to the events that are most important in your business.
Yeah, that real-time element is so crucial for a lot of businesses now, especially as they evolve. Do you have any kind of use case examples that can lend to that example, really?
Yeah, so there's lots of them. I'll try to pick a few, but if you take a look at Drax is a customer of ours in UK as an alternative energy provider. And so what they do is they need, from a supply chain point of view, to bring biomass from the Americas on a ship, on a train, and deliver it to their plants. They need to monitor the humidity within them, so that they know when to burn them and when not. Yeah. And so all of that coordination, which is all things happening in real time, right, and that they need up-to-date information on, they use an event-driven system for that. Right, Unilever is another example where they do event-driven integration, and so as they need to integrate all the different parts of their business, what they do is exactly what I was saying before: is they emit events from their main systems of record in real time, and now they can use iPaaS and other technologies to integrate them with other systems in real time.
Excellent. Perfect example, as we were just discussing there. That's a great one to kind of put out there. So one kind of final question before I let you go. You've done a talk here. You guys are presenting at the show. What is the one thing you want people to take away about EDA that they might not know previously?
Yeah, I think the main thing, a few main things, is that to become event-driven, first of all, people need to think EDA.
Yes.
So that's the first thing. Then the next thing is, as you go about adopting an event-driven approach, what we would say is you should look for two basic capabilities. One is the ability to have events streamed from anywhere in your enterprise to anywhere else, because we're now a hybrid multi-cloud world, right? And so you need what we would call an event mesh, right? So the ability to stream this information. And that, I think a lot of people understand that. But the next thing is that you need an ability to manage these events. So if you think about APIs and how transformational that has been to the business, a large part of it has been because of API management, where you can define and life cycle and govern and discover these APIs, and you need the same thing for events. Sure. And so you need the combination of those two things, and we think that events and EDA are going to become effectively the next phase in API management, where APIs that are synchronous today will offer both synchronous and asynchronous behaviors so that you can get information when you want it and get information when it happens. And so thinking about it holistically like that is what we would advocate and have people think about.
Yeah, so Shawn, thank you very much for your interview today and talking me through all of this. It's been great chatting with you.
Great. Thank you also, Max. It was great chatting with you.
Cheers, Shawn.